Harambe Wildlife Reserve. It's an animal spotting guide right above your head there. It's going to give you an idea of some of those animals we're looking for here today. And due to their different migration patterns, we may not get a chance to see quite all of them, but we usually do have some pretty good luck. We're going to get started here in the Little Aturi Forest. And we do want to keep our eyes out for the animals that live in here. They tend to use their natural colorings and markings as a type of camouflage. Helps to protect themselves against potential predators. So be sure to look all around you. Could be anywhere at any time, and they are free roaming. Hey. On the right-hand side, there's an okapi. On the left-hand side, greater kudu. Greater kudu are amongst the tallest antelope in Africa, standing 55 inches at the shoulder. The okapi are very shy and reclusive animals, so they weren't even discovered by the Western world about 1901. And on your left-hand side, you're looking at bongo, nicknamed ghost of the forest, very rarely ever seen. Both male and female bongo do have horns swept back in their heads, helping them to navigate through the tangled underbrush without getting caught up in it. Whereas the greater kudu that we saw earlier, just the males carry the horns. Or that okapi there that we saw on the right-hand side. A lot of times some folks see the stripes in the back of their legs, they automatically think zebra, but they're actually not related to the zebra at all. In fact, okapi are the only known relative to the giraffe. Look at the same skull structure, same long prehensile tongue. To our left-hand side, black and white bird that is a saddle-billed stork. They get their name with the yellow saddle shape on their bill. And they stand up all the way, they reach 5 feet tall with a 9-foot wingspan. That's not a dog, honey. On your left-hand side, we're going to see black rhino. A couple of them here. Let's look a little bit closer. We're going to pause here just a moment. And these are two of less than 5,000 black rhino remaining on the planet today, so I highly encourage you to snap a photo if you can. Might be one of your only opportunities to ever see a black rhino alive and in person. I'm afraid in just a few short years, pictures are going to be the only thing that's going to be left of them. Now, their species has been heavily hit by poaching, which is the illegal hunting and killing of them for their horns, which are not even true horns. They don't have a bony core. They're actually just made out of keratin. It's the same protein found in your own hair and fingernails, so it has no special properties, no medicinal value whatsoever, even though some countries believe that it does. Very sad. By nature, black rhinos are very solitary animals. They're not very social at all, quite aggressive as well. They do weigh between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds each, though, and they are solid. Still charge at 35 miles an hour despite their great size. Go ahead and leave the horse hair behind so we can start to make our way up toward the Safi River. See if maybe we can find some hippos. Now, the non-hippopotamus is born, they weigh on average about 85 pounds or so. But a full-grown male hippo can tip the scale all the way up to about 5,500 pounds, so quite the growth spurt there. Now, typically during the day, hippos are going to keep themselves submerged underneath the water so they don't overheat. So they submerge and can hold their breath anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes at a time. Down on the right-hand side, see a couple of hippos there. We're coming up on our left. Group of hippos called a bloat. A bloat of hippo. Actually, one of the most dangerous animals in all of Africa. I want you to stay seated the entire time for me, please. Now, hippos are so dangerous because they are very territorial. Strictly herbivores are only going to eat grasses and vegetation, but they will definitely defend their territory, using their 18-inch incisors to do so should they feel it's necessary. Hanging out here on the islands, we can see a pod of pink-backed pelicans. With the coloration they give to their backs during mating season, it's just the slightest blush of pink, nothing too bright. Smallest of the pelican species, they still manage to have about an 8-foot wingspan. Aww. Starting to head over this old rickety bridge. Going right over Nile crocodile down here on our left-hand side. In case you're wondering, yes, those are very real. On land, they're called a bass. In water, they're called a float. And if we happen to see any with their mouths open, they're not trying to look scary, it's letting out some excess body heat. So they regulate their temperature since they are ectothermic, which means they are cold-blooded. They're going to take down prey much quicker than themselves by using a bite force that's well over 2,000 pounds of bone-crushing pressure per square inch of those jaws. So with that, we are off to the savannah. Scenery around us starting to change a little bit as we're getting closer to a different ecosystem. Usually we can find some different kinds of animals. Even have different trees over here. Coming up ahead in a moment on our right-hand side, we're going to get a chance to see a baobab tree. It's also called an upside-down tree for the way its branches sort of resemble roots. And they're able to survive long periods of drought by going leafless for about 9 months out of every year, storing massive amounts of water in their huge trunks. And by doing so, it allows them to live for thousands of years. Now, in seasons of drought, animals like the elephant will take their tusks and gouge them into the trunks of the baobab trees to get at that moisture-rich bark, giving it its other nickname, the tree of life. It's a great view of the Serengeti grasslands, which stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. Acts as a superhighway of sorts for millions of migrating animals every year. It's also home to some of the favorites like giraffe, lions, cheetahs, elephants, and a whole lot more. So we're going to keep our eye out, see what we see when we see it. Welcome to the savannah. We don't have to look too far to see some giraffe coming up ahead there. Get a closer look at them once we head up around that way. Now, to give you a heads up, we are not able to stop in this area, so I highly recommend setting your phones or cameras to a sports or an action mode, anything with a faster shutter setting, even maybe a video mode. Capture photos from there. Now, there are several different subspecies of giraffe, and you can tell them all apart by the pattern on their coats. The ones here in the reserve, they're called Maasai. So Maasai giraffe do have these smaller, rough, lacy edges to their pattern. Kind of looks like someone colored outside the lines. And if we take a look around the landscape, we can tell what type of animals have already passed through here. If we see any trees that are knocked over, that's thanks to the elephants. They're like bulldozers, pushing down the trees to eat them. Bark, branches, leaves, and all. Now these giraffe, they're more like pruning shears. So they're going to eat the undersides of the trees, which opens them up, lets in more light, and more sun can shine down through the grass to help it grow. Now working together, they act as nature's gardeners. And the grazers will come by and mow down the grasses, keeping it nice and short. And the little ones, they can trim up the edges. So in a balanced ecosystem, there's enough food for everybody. When everyone's got enough to eat, it'll walk just a little bit better. You can see some baby giraffe there in the middle, on the right-hand side, of course. Now on our left-hand side, we're going to keep an eye out for a pack of African wild dogs. They're also called painted dogs. They're painted wool, so the patchwork-like pattern on their coats. Now, these are not like any dogs you've ever had, so they are nowhere near domesticated. They're actually better at hunting mammals than any of the big cats around here. And by working cooperatively together to secure their prey, they're going to chase it to the point of exhaustion. It's actually a pretty good plan. Seems to work for them about 80% of the time. Now, there is an alpha male and an alpha female. They're the primary breeders for the pack. Another member is going to help raise the kids, and everybody brings each other food, letting the young eat first. So it's pretty neat how they all work together as a family unit. Definitely there is probably a giraffe in the road a little bit further up ahead of us, which happens from time to time with them being free roaming and all. So it's not too much longer before we are back up and moving. But enjoying the view there.
Dogs on your left, do you feed them?
Do I feed them? No.
Personally, do they feed them?
Obviously. I don't starve them.
What do they eat?
Well, they're carnivores, honey. They eat meat. Coming up on our left-hand side, we're going to see some sable antelope. They are the official emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Facing out in every direction, they can see threats coming from any side. And when it comes to fight or flight, sable are definitely going to stand and fight, defending themselves against predators or even against each other in dominance displays during mating season. We're going to see some tall twins of earth coming up ahead here, going to be on either side of us. Those are termite males. Termites will make those out of dirt, sunlight, and pretty simple recipe. When they bake out in the hot sun all day, that's how they get to be hard.